a Republican intellectual explains why the Republican Party is going to die. Cleveland, Avik Roy is a Republican's Republican. A healthcare wonk and editor at Forbes, he has worked for three Republican presidential hopefuls, Mitt Romney, Rick Perry, and Marco Rubio. Much of his adult life has been dedicated to advancing the Republican Party and conservative ideals. But when I caught up with Roy at a bar just outside the Republican convention, he said something I've never heard from an establishment conservative before: the grand old party is going to die. I don't think the Republican Party and the conservative movement are capable of reforming themselves in an incremental and gradual way, he said. There's going to be a disruption. Roy isn't happy about this. He believes it means the Democrats will dominate national American politics for some time. But he also believes the Republican Party has lost its right to govern, because it is driven by white nationalism rather than a true commitment to equality for all Americans. Until the conservative movement can stand up and live by that principle, it will not have the moral authority to lead the country, he told me. This is a standard assessment among liberals, but it is frankly shocking to hear from a prominent conservative thinker. Our conversation had the air of a confessional, of Roy admitting that he and his intellectual comrades had gone wrong, had failed, had sinned. His history of conservatism was a Greek tragedy. It begins with a fatal error in 1964, survived on the willful self-delusion of people like Roy himself, and ended with Donald Trump. I think the conservative movement is fundamentally broken, Roy tells me. Trump is not a random act. This election is not a random act. The conservative movement's founding error, Barry Goldwater,